So Gareth, we're back here at Merthyr Library Hub with the pupils from Penydre High School. So do you mind telling us what made you decide to take part in the Digital Hero project?
Yeah, we were approached with the idea of the Digital Heroes, and it seemed a nice fit with our Welsh Back project and in partnership with the IT qualification we offer. So it allowed us to take IT people who had an interest in technology, but to put them into a community-based project where they could build up hours for their Welsh Baccalaureate qualification.
Okay, and Digital Communities Wales came in and trained, I think it was 19 of your Welsh Back pupils. What sort of happened after that then? How did we sort of arrive at the session here?
So the pupils were given training on e-safety, password security, and the type of situations they'd be met with when they met the public. So the pupils then created a success criteria on what they thought a successful session would look like. They planned out the possible subjects that they'd be asked questions on and how they could tackle these, and they researched these, so they came into the environment prepared. From there then, they looked at what technologies they'd need to swat up upon, what technologies they'd need to bring to the environment, so the leisure centre we're in today. And they tried doing a pre-mortem on any possible difficult situations they might encounter and how they could possibly solve these then.
Brilliant. And the link with the leisure centre here, we're at the Merthyr Library Hub. That seems to have worked really well, that partnership between the libraries, the school and Digital Communities Wales.
Yeah.
How do you think the pupils have benefited from the sessions?
Well, I think the pupils benefited from first of all planning and finding what the gaps in their knowledge were, then identifying those gaps, upskilling, making sure they were prepared for each session, but probably the biggest upside for the pupils has been the practice they've gained in face-to-face communication with the community, with people who don't have the technology skills they have, and a lot of them have come to realise that the skills they take for granted a lot of people don't have, and so the biggest takeaway from the project has been how the pupils have been able to apply their skills and their knowledge and pass it on to people who perhaps aren't as aware of technology as they are.
The two sessions that have been running at Merthyr Library Hub, the Gadget Guru sessions that the pupils have run, they seem to have been really, really well received, and the feedback has been excellent. I've spoken to quite a few people and they're really grateful for the help. Some quite simple tips that have helped them. After these two sessions, do you intend continuing with this sort of support in the community?
Yes, the initial plan was we would have two sessions, the 2 Mondays, so this is the second one, 2 90-minute sessions, but because they proved so successful and because the pupils as well as the community seem to have gained so much out of it, what we'll look at doing is when we're a bit less busy after the exam schedule in mid-May, is we're going to put more of these sessions on. Ideally, I've already spoken to John from Merthyr Libraries. Ideally put a couple here, but hopefully some in the Merthyr Library itself and possibly in our LRC in the school, in the Learning Resource Centre. So we can attract different members of the community and hopefully spread the project. So the plan is definitely to continue this year, but hopefully then to do the same or similar project next year as well, and to make this an ongoing thing, building our success this year, have a look at how we could improve the system. One thing that's been mentioned is perhaps it's been great advertisement by the pupils and by John. The posters have been created, social networks have been used to advertise the sessions, and word of mouth has worked as well. But what we'd like to do is set up some kind of interface so that people can ask their questions online, and then perhaps we can get the pupils to answer questions online, and those that can't be solved without face-to-face, we can then arrange a face-to-face session for people to bring their devices, and then for pupils to sit with them. So there's already been some kind of interaction in the build-up, some kind of rapport has been built, and then they can sit down with them, with people they're comfortable with, and work through their problems then.
Oh, that's excellent. Well, we've really enjoyed working with you and the pupils at Pendray, and it's brilliant to hear that the Digital Hero work is going to continue beyond these 2 weeks. Thanks very much for talking to us.
No problem.